it's a stigma in the
Yeah.
black area.
It is.
You know, if Brandon had a brother who was retarded, you won't never see him.
That's true. That's true.
I'm just playing now.
No, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Like we're not it's not going to be like we're going to be out and you're going to be accepted and stuff like that. Because back in the day, you used to hide that person in the house and you try to come outside a little bit, and your grandma be like, "Boy, if you don't get back in the house."
White doctors do not know the dynamic of a black community.
And when you say that, what do you mean exactly?
Do we talk about mental illness in the black community, Brandon?
No, especially not the age like where people have dementia. Though that generation, it was no such thing as mental health.
Could a person born in the 30s or 40s, black guy, go to the doctor?
No, you can't do that.
All right. When my mom was growing up, she couldn't get a hospital room. They had to stay in the hallway of the hospitals. So you think a white doctor, if a sharecropper worker came in there and said, "Man, I'm depressed, man. I just can't do it no more." They yelling. Right. And I'm hearing things, I'm seeing things. They can look at you.
Right.
Get your ass up out of here.
Right. And that's a real thing. Like, the way we've been treated in the health industry back then to now, it's still not fair. It's still not equal. Like a white doctor will see a white person and treat them differently than a white doctor seeing a black person. That's just what's gonna happen. They're gonna be rolling their eyes, they'll see you and be like, "Louis, you can handle it. I know the black experience. You'll be all right." Mm-hmm. But if somebody else come in there, if just pearly things come in there and she says she got a headache or she just don't feel good, they're gonna be trying to study it and try to see what's going on with her and tell her it's gonna be okay. We're gonna take good care of you. She's gonna get excellent care. And people are going to understand her and be more sympathetic to her. But not necessarily. Get your bootstraps, tie them up, and hit the streets. But go ahead.
The doctor was amazed that an individual didn't get his mental health checked out, and he's in his 70s. Brandon, he was amazed. So how can a person live this long if he really got a condition?
Right.
See, Brandon, black folks could be. It's a stigma in the black area.
It is.
If Brandon had a brother who was retarded, you won't never see him.
That's true. That's true.
I'm just playing now.
But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Like we're not. It's not going to be like we're going to be out and you're going to be accepted and stuff like that. Because back in the day, you used to hide that person in the house and you try to come outside a little bit, and your grandma be like, "Boy, if you don't get back in the house."
That's bad. That's bad. See, the white doctor don't know that. All right. See, now I'm about to make a cold statement. This may get us banned.
Right. And we're just joking, of course, because
this may be a joke. This may be the truth. Black people, we don't abort no babies. All right. So if the doctor say that baby gonna be retarded, we having that baby jack.
Wait, what?
But
why? Because we can get a check.
No, because we black, man. We the original people of this earth. We don't kill people. Okay. Now, a white lady say that baby gonna be tired. Man, get rid of that baby.
He's joking, of course. We're not about to say that.
And that's why they did that abortion act. You see it?
Yeah.
You see it? Black people cool with struggling and raising the kid. White people ain't cool with
it. Right. And like I said, we have more issues with our kids. And like I said, we'll still raise them. But a lot of people think that black people aren't raising their kids, or black fathers aren't present. When you can look at the data and see that's not true. Black people are present in their kids' life, and we might be struggling, but we still be there for the most part. Not all, but it's some parents that really are doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Audience, if your feelings feel a different kind of way, go seek some help, because this stuff is only what's going on with you is only going to build up. It's not going to resolve. So go get some help, because you don't want your illness to compound with something else. Now they facing two things.
Right. Well, I was going to ask you, because, like I say, my mom is getting older, and, we talk about what's bothering her, and, my wife is a doctor, so we kind of give her advice and stuff like that. And I try to tell her to change up her eating and, make sure you take in multivitamins and just staying on top of her about that kind of stuff, because she said in the past about, having dementia or that kind of stuff and how we would deal with it, because it's possible. It happens quite often. My wife knows one of her friends' mother has dementia, and that's not an easy thing. Like, or having Alzheimer's. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but having a parent that doesn't even really remember what's going on and just losing your mind or doing things like that aren't normal, that can be a lot to go through. Like, see your parents going through that. They raised you.
Now watch this. The parents who's going through that, they don't know what they're doing because they ain't gonna remember.
Right. But I'm just saying, but it's
the people around that parents singing it.
Right, which is a crazy thing. Like, I was gonna ask you, like, does he remember some of the stuff? Like, it's just because I haven't gone through it firsthand, but you can try to explain that stuff to somebody, but they just don't understand it, or they can't control themselves. They can't stop what they're doing.
Well, it's tough. Like I say, when his dementia is on, he can't like remember. Right now, he probably can't remember past maybe 3 hours, 2 hours,
Mm-hmm.
2 hours. And
like I said, that's tough.
So like if you go, like I went to see him just about a week ago. We saw him. We saw him. The whole family went up there. Then he called back 2 hours. Man, we all gonna come and see me. I'm like, damn, we were just up there. But you just have to learn to deal with it, and you kind of go to a realization that the person can't learn no more.
Right. And that this memory is gonna have holes in it.
Yeah, the memory got holes in it. And sometimes it's good. Sometimes you have your good moments. Sometimes you have your bad moments. The good moments is them being themselves. The bad moments is when a little of the other stuff kicks in.
Right.
So, but one thing, Brandon, I encourage you to do is your family talk to a state lawyer and planner, because if your mom has a house, I'd rather you spend $2,000 this year and something happens to your mom, she could qualify for Medicaid without losing a house.
Oh yeah, that's the first thing I thought about when you told me about the situation with you, and the property. It's like, oh shoot, all the stuff is in his name. So it's like, now how do you maneuver with that and go against the state? You know what I'm saying?
And the crazy thing, and this was real bad about procrastination. My dad was talking about this for about 10 years, man.
Oh yeah.
But
you never think you're gonna get to that point where it's time to talk about this stuff, or it's time to have this stuff in place.
No, it's time to have it in place. He knew what's going on. My granddaddy, he saw what my granddaddy did to set his stuff right. But you can't procrastinate, Brandon.
You're right. And that's
like I'll go ask you every time we have a go on this live. It ain't gonna be live, but before we go on live, because I'm not playing with you, Brandon. Don't try to run up like
and
us.
I appreciate it, but that's what you're supposed to do with your friends or people you care about. You got to hold them accountable and make sure you talk to them. And because, like we say, we don't really talk about health. We don't talk about that kind of stuff in our community. We like to talk about stuff that don't really matter, like sports or entertainment, all this other stuff, which is fine. That's cool. But you got to talk about the stuff that really matters. Your health is everything.